I never imagined my world crumbling in the sterile glare of a courtroom. But there I sat, Emily Hayes, gripping the worn oak table like it was the only thing keeping me from falling into an abyss. My fingers trembled, hidden under the table's edge. But the shakes radiated up my arms, through my chest, where my heart hammered like it might burst free. Judge Elizabeth Harlan loomed above us, her sharp eyes scanning the final documents that would seal my fate, or so I thought. My lawyer, David Thompson, sat rigid beside me, his usual calm demeanor cracked, a bead of sweat tracing his temple. That's when I knew it was dire. The kind of dire that steals your breath and leaves you hollow. Across the room, my husband, soon-to-be ex-husband, Michael Hayes, lounged with that smug assurance, flanked by his high-priced attorney, Robert Kane. Michael wore the charcoal suit I'd ironed for him just months ago, back when I still believed in us. He caught my gaze and flashed a smile. Not the warm one from our wedding photos, but a razor-edged grin that sliced through me, stirring bile in my throat. How had we ended up here? The man I'd vowed to love forever, the father of our daughter Sophia, now a predator eyeing his prey. Judge Harlan cleared her throat, her voice echoing off the wood-paneled walls. Based on the evidence submitted, including expert testimony and documented instances of instability, this court has grave concerns regarding Mrs. Hayes' fitness as a primary caregiver for the minor child, Sophia Hayes. Each syllable landed like a hammer blow, my vision blurring as I clutched the table harder, nails digging into the wood. Accordingly, full physical and legal custody will be awarded to Mr. Hayes, with supervised visitation for Mrs. Hayes pending psychological evaluation. The world tilted. Sophia. My light. My everything gone. But I'm rushing ahead. To understand the fire that would soon consume everything, you need to know how the spark ignited. 3 months prior, in the quiet suburbia of our Atlanta home, it was a humid Tuesday evening, the kind where the air clings to your skin like regret. I'd just returned from the market, arms laden with bags, fresh produce for Michael's beloved steak dinners, the ones that used to make Sophia giggle as she helped set the table. Home. Need a hand with these? I called out, my voice light, expecting the usual chaos of family life. Silence answered. Michael's SUV sat in the driveway, gleaming under the street lamp, and Sophia should have been upstairs sketching her latest comic strips. Unease prickled my neck as I dumped the bags on the granite counter and padded toward the den. There he stood, Michael, silhouetted against the window, his posture rigid, like a statue carved from ice. Michael? Is Sophia okay? What's going on? He turned slowly, his face a mask, eyes flat, lips pressed thin. No warmth. No flicker of the man who'd whispered promises in my ear on our honeymoon. Emily, we need to talk. Those words, simple yet loaded, hung in the air like smoke from a dying fire. My pulse quickened, a whisper of dread uncoiling in my gut. He pulled a manila folder from his briefcase, extending it like an accusation. I took it, fingers numb, scanning the bold header, Petition for Dissolution of Marriage. I'm filing for divorce, he said, voice devoid of emotion, as if discussing the weather. Get a lawyer. The room spun. What? Michael, this can't be real. We're good, we're us. If there's an issue, we can work it out. Therapy. Whatever it takes. His laugh was bitter, short. There's no we anymore. I'm done. Haven't been happy in years. But we'd never fought. Never aired grievances over late-night coffees. I'd built my freelance graphic design business around our life, scaling back clients to be there for Sophia's school plays, for Michael's long hours at the tech firm. And Sophia? Where is she? At my sister's. I'll get her tomorrow. He'd spirited her away without a word. Planning this ambush. I begged as he grabbed a duffel bag packed. Ready by the door. Please. Explain. But he walked out. Engine roaring to life. Leaving me in the echoing emptiness of our home. Papers crumpling in my fist. 8 years. Vaporized in minutes. The silence that followed was deafening. A void where love once lived. Those first days blurred into a fog of numbness. Calls to Michael went unanswered. Voicemails pleading for clarity swallowed by the ether. Sophia returned the next day. Eyes puffy from tears. Clinging to me. Why did Daddy leave? Is it my fault? Her small voice cracked something inside me. No. Sweetie. Grown-ups sometimes drift apart. But we both love you fiercely. Lies. All of it. I didn't know why he'd fled. Why the betrayal cut so deep. Nights. After tucking her in. I'd curl on the bathroom floor. Sobs muffled by towels. Replaying every moment, the anniversaries. The family vacations. Searching for cracks I'd missed. Maybe his promotion stress. Maybe a midlife unraveling. But hope flickered faint. Then, 2 weeks later, a process server at the door. Thrusting more papers. Served. Inside. The accusations hit like venom. Emotional instability. Financial recklessness. Unfit parenting. Michael demanded sole custody. The house. Our savings, everything. Lies. Woven from thin air. I'd managed our finances meticulously. Turned our home into a sanctuary. Why fabricate this nightmare? I found David Thompson through frantic calls. Meeting him in his cluttered office that same afternoon. He scanned the documents. Brow furrowing deeper with each page. Mrs. Hayes. This is aggressive. He's alleging serious issues with evidence lined up, witnesses. Records. We need to dig into why. It's all false, I whispered. Voice breaking. He's erasing me. David's eyes held sympathy laced with steel. People don't build cases like this overnight. He's been plotting. We'll fight. But brace yourself. Tears came then. Hot and unrelenting. As reality sank in, this wasn't a split, it was annihilation. Explaining to Sophia was torture. Daddy and I are sorting things out with help. Her wide eyes searched mine. Will I have to choose? Never. Love. But doubt shadowed her. And she retreated to her room. Fiddling with her ancient laptop, the one with the glitchy screen we'd meant to upgrade. Financial ruin struck next. ATM denial. Insufficient funds. At the bank. The manager's face paled. Withdrawals over months, tens of thousands. Transferred by Mr. Hayes to unknown accounts. Legal. On joint holdings. But a theft of trust. He'd siphoned our nest egg while sharing our bed. Plotting in shadows. David cursed softly. This complicates everything. You need funds to battle. He starved you. Borrowing from my aging aunt, her meager pension, felt like another wound. But I did it. Bills piled. Utilities threatened cutoff. Michael? He thrived in a sleek condo. Robert Kane at his side. I confronted him once at Sophia's school pickup. Why the lies? If divorce. Fine, but this. His smirk chilled me. Court will show you. Alone in the lot. Betrayal festered into quiet rage. A seed taking root. The trial dawned like a storm. I dressed sharply, hoping poise would mask the terror. Judge Harlan seemed impartial. But Kane's opening volley painted me as chaotic, neglectful mom. Spendthrift wife. Then, his star witness, Dr. Victoria Lang. Child psychologist. Striding in with fabricated poise. She'd evaluated me sessions I never attended, diagnosing anxiety, depression impairing motherhood. Lies. Scripted and sworn. David cross-examined fiercely. My client denies any meetings. Lang's pitying smile. Denial is common in such cases. The judge nodded. Buying it. Days blurred. Falsified bank records twisting gifts into extravagance. Spoofed texts from my number hinting affairs. Asset hiding. I testified. But Kane twisted every word, making devotion sound like obsession. Michael's journal emerged, a year's documentation of my failures, half invented, half distorted. He testified with feigned concern. I begged her to seek help. Lies. But documented. They stuck like tar. Supervised visits with Sophia became humiliations, a social worker shadowing our park swings. Sophia whispered. Kids say you're unstable. Pain lanced me. Not true. Sweetie. Daddy's mistaken. Then. Her confession, I see things. Recorded daddy. Her laptop. Broken, but functional. Captured Michael with Lang in our home. Plotting. Kisses. Laughs over fakes. Audrey's too trusting, naive. No. Emily. They mocked my sacrifices. Planned boarding school for Sophia. My ruin for their gain. She's the perfect victim, no independence. Rage boiled. Silent, but building. I rushed to David. Videos proof. He nodded. Game changer. But admissibility tricky. But morning brought verdict, no time for new evidence. Harlan ruled, custody to Michael. Me supervised. Assets split his way. Devastation crushed me. Then. Doors slammed, Sophia bursting in. Stop. Videos, they're lying. Chaos. Bailiff halting Lang's flee. Harlan demanding playback. The screen lit. Michael and Lang. Confessions spilling fakes. Journal twists. Glee at my destruction. Ship the kid off, destroy her. Gasps echoed. Harlan's fury erupted. Arrest them. Perjury. Fraud. Michael bolted. Caught. Lang collapsed. Weeping excuses. In that explosion, betrayal's weight lifted. Replaced by cold resolve. As they cuffed Michael, our eyes met, his panic mirroring my past pain. No pity, he'd chosen this. Harlan apologized, dismissed. Full custody to you. Assets frozen. But justice wasn't enough. The seed of rage bloomed. I'd ensure he paid beyond bars. Months followed, prosecutions mounting evidence, co-workers testifying Michael's boasts. Experts dissecting fakes. I attended every hearing, staring him down. My silence a weapon. Sentencing, Harlan's scathing words. 6 years for him. 5 for Lang. Licenses revoked. Damages awarded, hundreds of thousands. Yet, the price lingered, Sophia's nightmares. My shattered trust. I rebuilt, expanded designs into a firm. Named Sophia's Canvas. We moved. Healed in therapy. But scars whispered. Michael's letters begged forgiveness. Sophia burned them. I leaked details anonymously. Ruining his post-prison prospects, networks severed. Reputation ash. Not vengeance for show, but for the silence he'd imposed. The betrayal's echo. In quiet nights, holding Sophia. Peace came tainted, we'd survived. Stronger. But at what cost? The ruthless reckoning had claimed parts of us too. A cycle of pain unbroken. And in that truth, the real drama unfolded not in court, but in the heart's shadowed corners.